I felt like it was only right that I do the Danger Zone, you know what I'm saying, intro to this recap video. Yeah, man. OT the Golden Child, right? I'm dropping off my recap for the Danger Zone Battle League event that just happened this weekend. The burial. Big shout out to all staff at Danger Zone and the all the people that came out, all the battlers that was on the card. Ended up having 3 battles on the card. So, but before we get to that, I'm gonna break down, you know what I'm saying, just my thoughts on the battles, break down, um, probably round of the night, bar of the night, battle of the night, and some other stuff. So, as stated, also shout out to Precise Barber Lounge. That's where the event was hosted at out here in Addison, Illinois. Shout out to CB, all the barbers, everybody. Shout out to the security that was in the building. Shout out to Boog's wife came through with some drink situations. It was a good time. It was a good event. Ended up having 3 battles, I should say, on the card. Obviously, we had other battles that were scheduled to happen. Some of them joints fell out. I won't really get into reasons on all that kind of stuff. Some of the reasons I don't know anyway, and I'm not want to just be speculating, be talking shit when I don't know what the deal is or whatever the case may be. Obviously, some of the battles that didn't happen, if you in tune with the league and whatnot, you know why they didn't happen. So this is just specifically recap, right? Talking about what did take place and what did go down. First battle of the night that we ended up having was T. Clark versus Sean Penn. Um, I'm gonna try to give my complete thoughts on who I think won, why I think they won, or if I thought that joint was a draw. You know what I'm saying? Or not a draw, but like a debatable. Call it that as well. I'll tell you right now, in the building, I had Sean Penn winning the battle. But I think that when the battle come out, it's gonna be one of them joints that's probably debatable on camera. And the reasoning I think will be because Sean Penn, for me, it's preference, just the way he writes. I was talking to him. I'm like, man, you on some like if you a fan of like Lupe, you know what I'm saying, Lupe Fiasco. If you're a fan, you like his lyricism and whatnot. You like how he puts together like complex bars and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of his criticisms be like, he's super over the head. And Sean definitely has that. Like it's very intricate. When you watch the battle back, you'll see me kind of have my head down throughout the battle because I started to notice like, man, is he really going crazy? Like I really got to pay attention. So I'm like really trying to listen because he's one of those battlers that's very, very intricate with how you put things together. But to T. Clark, his style, he's also very bar heavy, but it's more so straightforward. In the room, again, I had Sean Penn, but I also had access to the pay-per-view joint. So I ended up watching that joint back on camera. Like it's kind of debatable on camera. So when y'all see it on camera, I think it's gonna probably be one of those either or type things. Again, if you like T. Clark and his more direct style, more direct approach, or if you kind of like some over the head, heady type flows and whatnot. A couple bars that I thought was dope from the battle. Let me bring up my joints. There we go. A couple joints that I thought was dope from the battle. T. Clark had a bar. Um, you won't be able to flip birds. Something about you won't be able to flip the birds with no fingers. Then he had the bird flipped his birds, whatever the case may be, right? Like it was dope how he did it. I probably the way I just described it is probably like what, but when you see it on camera, it was a super dope bar. It definitely got a lot of pop, a lot of reaction in the room. Sean Penn had a what did he say? He said something to the effect of catch a 27 piece, you won't be able to do a quick weave. Like bro be on some other stuff, man. But that was that battle. Next battle that ended up happening was Primus versus Saint LA. Ultimate Beach Primus versus Saint LA. This was a 3-round battle. I just called word. Primus just finished his third. Primus just finished. The battle was a couple days ago. Finally, Primus got done with his third just now. Yeah, no. Shout out Primus, man. No. Primus got his money's worth, you know what I'm saying? He was in that boy with some 10-minute rounds. But you know what I'm saying? It was a good battle, good back and forth battle. Right now in the building, I probably had that joint first and a third to Saint. But again, depending on how you judge battles, Saint had a slight stumble in the third. And with that stumble, maybe people who are OG purist battle people will be like, okay, that stumble may have cost him. I don't know, but it was a quick stumble. Got some water, got it back together. So in my book, you know what I'm saying, I don't subscribe to the old battle rules and whatnot right now. Where if you stumble, it's a wrap. If you stumble and you can get it back and you continue the round fire, I consider that, if the round is still good, then I will give that round to that battler if the other battler, if I think that round was better than the other battler's round, right? So right now I got Saint first round, Edge in the third, Primus definitely I think got the second one. Standout bars. I'm trying to remember because this is a couple days ago now. My I think I'll go to the bar tonight and some candidates for bar tonight. So I'm not actually going to say um I'm not going to speak to any bars from this battle because one of the bars in this battle I think is bar of the night probably, and I think one of these two also had round of the night. So I'll come back to that later on. But right now, first and the third to Saint right now. Um, Last battle we ended up having was Jimmy Penman versus Hardbody Vega. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Right now, this is debatable for me. I am not sure at all. It's gonna It was a style clash, just like I thought. Somebody said that Jimmy was sick at the last event. That's why his voice was a little bit lower. But even in this battle, he definitely was a little louder. But he has a talk to you style. Like actually, overall, yeah, like not even, yeah, definitely talk to you style. Because literally most of his rounds, most of this round at least, he was right up on Hardbody Vega, like talking to him, like what I'm saying. He's towering over him, right? You know what I'm saying. Hardbody Vega's a shorter, smaller in stature, and he like up on him, crowd him the whole battle, talking to him. But in general, his style is very that talk to him style, smooth flow. You know what I'm saying. He definitely also may have had, again, I'll come back to the bars of the night and all that kind of stuff. May have had one of the bars. No, you know what? He didn't have one of the bars of the night. He had a dope bar, which is his opening bar. I'm gonna give it to y'all. It was something to the effect of shit, maybe this was one of the bars of the night. That shit was crazy. Something like, do you know the definition of Vega? A dead man. Um, and my gun was the signature to the answer, like a headband, like out the gate, like, okay, I see what time it is. Then Vega come out in his round and he piggybacking. I don't want to spoil the battle, but it was some rumors that some people wasn't showing up to the battle, and Vega kind of alluded to that, saying that Jimmy was the leak for him, saying also maybe Hardbody Vega may not be showing up, and he had a dope intro to his round. He kind of was. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Y'all get it on camera. But right now, that's probably a style clash, debatable battle. Both of them did their thing though. If it was a 3 round battle, it probably would have been battle of the night. And with that being said, I'm gonna go to my some fun stuff, right? Battle of the night. Let's just allude to that a little bit. Like I said, that battle probably could have been battle of the night, but it was only 1 round. And I think that overall Primus versus Saint was the battle of the night. It was 3 rounds and it was very good and back and forth. And shout out to Saint because a lot of people who come to, you a name or whatever, you come to a town, you come to a city, and people, sometimes have a tendency to fuck around, but he didn't. He actually had bars that you could tell he researched Primus and actually knew what he, had some nice angles. I'll give a couple. He had a dope. Primus is Pan African and whatnot. And he kind of picked up on, well, but you was in the military, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to spoil it, but he had a dope, you was in the military, but you're a Pan African. It's like he had that angle. Then in the beginning, his first round, he had a nice angle with talking about some of his ops, A Ward himself, O Red. He had a bar that was something like, you sound like Batman, plus different niggas be playing you like he went crazy. And with that being said, that probably is the bar of the night. That joint got a pop. Um, yeah, man, you sound like Batman plus different man. That was one of them ones. Also, that what's my man's name? I just talked about T Clark, that flipping the birds joint. was right there. Um, Jimmy Pittman, his intro bar was one of them ones. But right now, the bar that stick out the most is that Saint Batman bar. I may be off. I don't know. It may be some other joints that when the battles come out, it may be something else um that came through. And also, just finishing up, man, round of the night. Round of the night, I also think was Saints first round. Saints first round was like, yeah, Shorty came here to rap. Shorty ain't come here to just collect no check. He had a lot. He was going crazy. He was going crazy. Yeah, yeah. That's probably the round of the night. So Saint. Um, yeah, man, just giving some thoughts on the whole event again. It was a dope event. Shout out to Maywood. Maywood definitely showed up. Obviously, we was expecting for Keys and Cut to do their thing. Everybody knew that battle wasn't happening at least a couple days before. But shout out to what I'm saying, the support from the town and whatnot. People ended up still coming through, supporting the event. It was a good time, man, hanging out, chopping it up with Saint after the event. You know what I'm saying? We was chilling. Sharks right next door to the barbershop, so everybody was getting their chicken on. um, what else did I want to talk about with this joint? Some potential matchups for the future, man, from the card. Hopefully some of the battles that didn't happen for legit reasons and whatnot, we can just go ahead and get them joints rebooked. I still hopefully will want to see Matt Tisdale and Speedy do their thing at some point. I still want to see. Well, from this card right here, I would like to see T Clark back. I don't know who I would have him go against. I think T Clark versus like a Desi Baker would be fire. I think T Clark versus I would give T Clark D Eagle. Be honest with you, I think that'd be dope. That'd be a nice little style clash. Um, I said on the page that I wouldn't mind seeing Rock versus Sean Penn. Panic, shout out Panic, my co-host. 100% right. If I'm Rock, that's down the road because Sean really don't. Not to say Rock is, I mean, Rock Cole, Rock definitely one of the most underrated, people in the city, but obviously, Rock has a bit more of a resume as to what Sean Penn right now for him may not make sense. But once y'all see Sean Penn, this battle, you're gonna see why I'm saying Sean Penn versus Rock. I'm a fan, right? I'm not just a host. I'm a fan of battle rap, and I like to see style clashes, right? I like to see sometimes style clashes that aren't necessarily on different ends of a spectrum, but people who can do the same thing, and then let's see who's the best at that. I think Rock has one of the best pens in the city, and right now, I'm telling y'all, this dude Sean Penn, I'm telling you right now, he like I remember when Gage first was doing this thing, and Gage, I'm still a super duper fan of Gage, and one of the reasons why I was a fan of Gage back when he was, making his ways around the city and had a couple joints on Danger Zone was just his approach to writing and the out of box thinking and coming up with some sneaky punches that a lot of people, um, don't really think of. Not necessarily direct and straight to the point, but like, oh, like you had to think twice about that one. That's kind of the framing of what Sean Penn, I think, is right now, but he's more comedic with his style. As to where I think Gage was much more intricate and street. Sean Penn is intricate, little street, but it comes off comedic, right? I want to see Sean Penn's pen versus Rock's pen. Even though Panic, I agree, that battle probably would make sense right now. Um, who else? Hardbody Vega. I don't know. Shorty got to go against somebody that's gonna give him that energy. Pause. Somebody that the energy matches. I think it was definitely a style clash um, with Jimmy Penman, but Hardbody Vega definitely got something. He got something. He and for him to open his round with how he opened it, addressing the whole supposed leak, whatever. That shit happened the day before. So he came up with that either off the top right there, or he had one day to prep, then got into his round. And Shorty got something. He definitely got his own authentic, style and whatnot. He got bars, but at the same time, he got that one of the things that can't be taught, right? Believability. So I want to see somebody that can match that believable street type um, vibe that he got. Who else was on the card? I would want to see obviously Jimmy Penman. I want to see him again. He's done his thing twice now. I don't know who I want to see him against in a city. I don't know, but I want to see him go against somebody who's a veteran that can also probably talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And let them talk to each other. I don't know right now who that would be, but definitely somebody who, yeah, I don't even know. But shout out Jimmy, man. I got to put some thought into that one. Who else? Who else? Who else? I talked about T. Clark. I talked about Sean Penn, Hardbody Vega, and Jimmy. I don't know y'all ops just yet, but it got to make sense, right? Definitely excited to see both of them back. And then obviously Primus, you know what I'm saying? Primus is doing his thing. I've talked a lot about Primus and how right now in the city, he don't get that respect. I think he's starting to get it though. Like people starting to recognize Primus. Primus been putting in work for a long time. And obviously, he's at the point now where I think he either giving shots or he continues to, battle, names and whatnot, get people to come out here and battle him. You know what I mean? Obviously, the homie Saint said that he'd come back. You know what I'm saying? I think he would. Saint probably one of the coolest people who've ever touched the stage from an out of town standpoint. He was in there kicking it. He was chilling off in the corner, but at the same time, like if you went up and talked to him, he was cool. Like you could tell he wasn't like he wasn't like a lot of people be like off standish because they from out of town, they don't know nobody, maybe not the best social skills and whatnot, so they kind of just it'd be kind of awkward sometimes, you know what I'm saying, because people, they don't know what to expect. They come in here, they don't know anybody, so on and so forth. But Saint was just a real cool dude the whole time, you know what I'm saying. Before the battle, after the battle, he came up and hosted with me. I told him I was going to bring him some great Chicago craft beer, you know what I'm saying. We had some Revolution afterwards, you know what I'm saying. We was kicking it, man. But I would like to see him come back. And I told him, you called out, you was talking about Trufo on 15 Minutes of Fame that one time. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something that could happen on the zone. I have no idea. But obviously, moving forward, definitely some things to take into account with the zone. Strategically moving, booking battles and whatnot. Um, and make sure that we can continue to put on dope cards for people and just provide a platform. That's all it's been about. And like I say, I never try to speak too much on things because I'm hosting. I'm not on the business side of things, right? But these is my brothers, and this definitely um, family and whatnot. But definitely, I think the future. You know, what I'm saying when we come back outside, I'm not sure when. Obviously, probably take a little break, let these battles drop, kick around some ideas and whatnot. In the future, gonna be, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But definitely excited. Relly Rail and Keys, stop playing. We need that battle. We need that battle. We need that battle. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing about everybody don't know. We need that battle. We need it. And if that can't happen right now, I'm ready to see Trufo back. What we doing? What Trufo? Well, I talked to him this weekend. What's up? Trufo? Maybe Trufo versus Keys. I don't know. I'm saying. Keys didn't get a chance to battle. We got people from the zone that could battle him. What's up? What we doing? What's happening? Panic. I want to see Panic battle. What's happening with that? She gonna battle? Okay. All right. Okay. I was talking to Joey 357 popped up on a live last week. I heard he might be back. I don't know. What's going on? What's happening? That's what it is, man. The burial recap. OT the Golden Child. Hopefully Alex start dropping these joints pretty soon, and then we can start chopping it up as far as what we thought about the battles, not only live but on footage. So we'll see y'all next time, man. All right.